so welcome back. It's been a while. The Edge of Nowhere podcast. What we're going to do is we're going to choose a comedian and we're going to talk about him.
Mm-hmm.
Good, bad, everything. So,
sure.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're ready?
Oh, I'm sure.
Are you Pauly sure?
Buddy.
Buddy. Yeah, so our first episode of this kind of segment is going to be on Pauly Shore, the weasel.
I can't do that.
You can't do that? Joining me today, Adam McGee, Tony Parridge. So Adam McGee and myself have been looking up Pauly Shore's history, what he's done, facts about him. And Tony Parridge doesn't know shit about Pauly because you're how old?
I'm 21.
You're 21?
I'm 9 plus 10.
So...
And I don't pay attention to it.
So exactly.
To it.
So do you know anything about Pauly Shore?
No, I just know he's a comedian. I tried watching an interview once because I was like, who the fuck is Pauly Shore? I thought he was like the dude off of... what's the fist pumping? Jersey Shore?
Oh,
I was like,
Pauly.
Yeah, no.
Maybe I think it's Pauly. I think that's him.
Just really let himself go, and he's 50 years old now.
Yeah. I saw how old he was. I was like, okay, so
I think
there's no
how old is he? 52? 51? Pull up a photo of Pauly Shore so you know who we're talking about.
Got it.
The Weasel. So that's Pauly Shore right
Yeah.
there. You can go off of that.
So yeah, 50. Yeah, 51.
51, yeah. I don't know if you know this, Adam, but his mom and dad created the Comedy Store.
Right. I did not know that.
Yep.
Oh wow.
So his mom and dad. His dad is a comedian also.
Uh-huh.
He I think he passed away 91 years old. Just passed away within the last year. So his mom and his dad created the Comedy Store, and they wound up getting a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Mitzi Shore, which is Pauly's mom,
Mm-hmm.
won. I don't know if she won it or if the dad, just Sammy Shore, which is the dad,
Mm-hmm.
just gave it up. So she took the store over, and they call her like the queen of comedy because she would develop people and bring them up and just say this guy's good or this guy's bad.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and she died of Parkinson's disease. She had Parkinson's for I want to say 10 years, and it was pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is really this comedy
I already
conversation's
think
really
I'm being
funny.
lied to because I typed in Pauly Shore and the first thing it says is Pauly Shore is dead.
So Pauly Shore is Dead is a mockumentary, they call it.
Yeah.
So it's a mockumentary. It's actually pretty funny. I watched it one time because he had everything on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he didn't even know that until he started getting tweets about it. But now if you look on it, you can't find shit about it. There's some stuff available on Prime.
Yeah, I watched. That's what I did these past couple of days.
Did you buy
Caught
them?
up. Yeah, I rented them.
Rented them?
I
That's what I
rented
should
them.
have done.
Yeah, I had only seen, I was most familiar with him in Encino Man, which I watched, probably a handful of times back in junior high and high school because it was like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
Encino Man.
Isn't that movie just insane? Like the science behind it?
Yeah.
They dig 10 feet down and there's ice.
And there's ice that's
yeah.
been there for millennia.
Yeah. So Encino Man, Tony, is Pauly Shore and...
Brendan Fraser.
Well, Brendan Fraser's the caveman.
Yeah.
Who's that other guy?
And they discovered permafrost? Or
Well,
Yeah, pretty much.
exactly. In California.
In Encino, California, in
Yeah.
some guy's backyard. Oh, give me a second. He was in Rudy.
He was a Goonie.
Yeah, he was a Goonie.
God, I've been saying his name for 2 days now.
Sean Astin.
Sean Astin.
There we go. Yeah, Sean Astin was the main lead, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser. I'd noticed that Brendan Fraser makes little cameos in his other films. Like he'll just do a little walk on. In like I watched In the Army Now, and he just showed up at the cafeteria table.
Nice.
And he was just like, and then he walked off. And then in what was the one I just Son-in-Law, where he's at college, is in one of the dorm rooms, and he pulls a wax frog off the guy's head. He acts like he's a caveman.
Oh, really? That's like a callback.
Yeah, like a callback.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like he acts like he's being a caveman or something. He just grabs this wax frog off of Pauly Shore's costume because he's the Chiquita Banana lady.
Nice.
Right? And he grabs his frog and holds a lighter under it, like he's pretending to cook it or something, and then he just bites its head off and goes, nice. And then walks out the door.
That's funny.
Huh.
A lot of people thought Encino Man. They thought Encino was from
prehistoric.
Prehistoric person, but not a lot of people know
It's an actual town in
Encino, California.
Encino, California. It's a
Yeah.
city. So, do you have any other notes, or are we just going to talk about Pauly Shore, his effect, his influence?
Yeah, we can talk about it all. I have a bunch of notes, but I don't know, just kind of...
Yeah.
So he was on MTV from 1990 to around 1996. He was on a show called Totally Pauly. I don't know if you remember that.
No.
Because MTV was the shit. MTV was the biggest thing in the world.
Right. And
During
my
that
parents
time.
didn't really like me watching it
Yes,
growing
I
up.
forgot that you grew up as a Mormon.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
That happens.
Full blown.
Full on. Full blown Mormon.
So yeah, Totally Pauly. I can't remember exactly what it was about. If you want to pull up a clip of it really quick.
Totally Pauly and MTV.
MTV. I think he interviewed people. So no, he was a VJ. So in between.
Oh yeah. He really definitely has a VJ personality. No, that makes sense. I mean, I didn't really know that he was a VJ.
Mm-hmm.
But his on-screen personality totally lends itself to that. I'm like, because he's like, I'm walking weird and I wear bell bottoms and I'm a total hippie and I'm high energy and I'm constantly just in your face making you experience things and think of things and talk about things.
Yep.
Buddy,
we can look up that stuff too. Yeah.
you know, doing just making noise.
Yeah.
I
constantly.
think this is the intro to a show.
Yeah,
And I would always
that's it.
Check out the wood you created. Are you down to chow some serious grinded? Those
Grinded.
guys are chillin', major. Totally Pauly. We're at the Sunset Plaza on Sunset Strip in Hollywood.
That's Sam Kinison. He's with he
Meatloaf?
not Meatloaf, but he helped raise Pauly Shore in the comedy clubs. Like he helped him learn his technique and all this stuff. He Sam Kinison. I guess we can just get into that on another episode.
Yeah.
He's a crazy guy.
Huh.
How you doing, man?
Man, I'm this is.
You're rocking, dude. You're rocking.
So does he just interview people? Or
I can't remember.
what
I
was
thought
the premise?
I
of
think
the-
he did. I think he interviewed people and he would like just do crazy shit.
Dude's weird.
Yeah, he's different, huh?
Yeah.
High energy, like you're saying.
Yeah.
He's the
and constantly
weasel.
he's the weasel and he's like, all right, I'm totally chill, but I'm also not like stupid, but
Yeah.
you can call me an idiot. That's okay,
Yeah, he doesn't give a
buddy.
shit.
Like
It's fine.
whatever. I the thing I liked about I found him kind of irritating.
I can see that. You think I'm irritating?
Yeah, at times. Of course, if I'm honest with myself, hell, I irritate myself half the time. So I identified with it.
Yeah.
I was like, I can see watching him why sometimes people react to me negatively,
Yes.
right? Like I'm all, okay, that's
Yeah.
kind of out there, that's bizarre, and sometimes my perspective on life just is different, and people are like, like why are you so happy all the time? I'm all, cause I'm above ground and the sun is shining. Like I could be 6 feet under the ground right now, but I'm not. So like there's that perspective.
I had that happen to me at work the other day.
What?
I tickled a guy who doesn't like being touched.
Oh gosh.
And like I just got no reaction out of him. I was like, I probably shouldn't have done that. Like I really respect the dude, but he's just one of those people who doesn't touch.
Yeah.
And like he was stretching, so I like jabbed him in the side, and I was like, wait, and then he just didn't do anything. He just kept talking. I was like, oh, now I feel stupid.
So I had something like that
'Cause
happen
I'm
with
an
me the
idiot.
other day at work
Yeah.
too. I was standing next to a guy. And I thought it was my buddy. That me and him are really good friends. It's like me and you. And don't get jealous, but
What?
he was standing and I was doing something and I can see him out of the corner of my eye, so I just rib shot at him real good.
Yeah.
Right? Like I've done to all of you, I imagine.
Yeah.
And I just rib shot at him real good. And the guy was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were my buddy." And he's like, "You punch your buddy like that?"
You're all, yeah.
Yeah, I do, and I'm sorry.
Man, that's funny. But like in Son-in-Law, when he was constantly hugging the farmers and like hugging everybody,
Yeah,
I was
those
like,
guys are just standoffish.
they're all,
Like, man.
oh, and I'm all, that is me, Dad. I totally just remember when we were working and you would really act awkward when I just wrap my arms around you
Yes.
at the morning meetings. You'd be like, what are you doing, Adam? I'm all, come here, Alan. And you're like, stop it.
Yeah.
You were trying to be tough.
I didn't know you. Yes.
Yeah. But, you know, I knew me, so I was comfortable with it.
It's totally fine, right? So it looks like he's worth a cool 20 mil.
That's good. Yeah, that's why you can sit around all day and drink juice.
The Wheeze, I was at the Comedy Store the other night, walked up, and there's a bar out front, right?
Mm-hmm.
Walked up, sat down at a small table. I forgot what my brother, I think he was on the phone maybe, and I look over, and there's Pauly Shore.
Oh,
we
cool.
made eye contact,
Yeah.
and me being the cool guy I am, I just looked away.
Yeah.
And then I was like, fuck, do I go say hi to him? I mean, he was with a group of people, so I don't like to bother people like that.
Right.
So I just kind of just sat there like a weirdo till my brother got back, and then I was like, hey, bro, it's Pauly Shore right there. And then, and then Pauly just got up and left. And I was like, we should have said something.
Yeah.
But he was with a group of people, and like,
yeah, I mean,
didn't want to bother him.
Of course, if you think about it, it's like if you saw somebody if you were with your group and there was somebody else with another group, like, would you actually interact at a bar? Sometimes.
I don't know how he is. I think because some people like to be noticed.
Right.
I don't know how he is. I don't know if that pissed him off that I didn't say anything to him, because I'm a younger guy, and he thinks anyone under 25 doesn't know who he is.
Oh, yeah.
So, because, all this stuff's from the 90s.
Yeah.
I caught the tail end of it. Tony caught none of it.
Yeah.
And you got all of it.
I was like right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
As it was happening.
Yeah, so I didn't know if I pissed him off or if he just like thought we were going to come over there and try and talk to him, or he just got up and left. So with his group, which he does a Random Rants podcast. I don't know if you've watched that. I listened to like the first 15 episodes, are like 3 minutes. But the first ones, it's just him. He's holding his phone. Sorry, I'm burping. And which he does a lot. And he has to pee constantly. There's something wrong down there.
Uh-huh.
So when he gets a plane, he likes to get the window seat, and he flies coach. And
so that he's constantly getting...
Yeah, so he has to make the people get up, and he says he does it to torture himself.
He is 51, so the bladder problem is...
It's about that time.
No, I think he's had the bladder problem for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know when this problem started or not. So I don't even know.
It's like anxious bladder syndrome.
Yeah, he's constantly like, I think it feels like he has to pee constantly.
Oh, okay. See, I identify with that as well. Gotta squeeze the weasel.
I think he's got another thing called, I think it's an Encino, man. Or I don't know if he says it all the
Wheezing
time.
the juice.
Wheezing the juice. And
Wheezing
I think it's like...
juice.
I think it's like taking advantage of.
Yeah.
Is what he's...
Getting a surfer vibe from him, like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like
Cowabunga
definitely
type,
like, he had the long curly hair with the bandana.
Yeah.
And he was totally tan, and he grew up in...
Tan with us. Dude, he wears fucking shorts.
Yeah.
He's got fishnet shirts on in like all of his movies and everything he does. Dude, he still wears shorts. I watched his Random Rants the other day, and he's just wearing a long sleeve shirt. And I was like, does this motherfucker wear pants at all? And I thought he was wearing underwear, and he lifts his shirt up, to grab something or to do something, and it's just he wears short ass shorts. So his Random Rants, it started out with just him, and I watched a couple of the new ones. He has a gang now.
A whole gang of
and
of
he's just
people
ranting, and he brings people in for their rants. Like, he pulls people off the street. He's just like, I was having coffee with this guy, this little black guy. Like, he's like, seriously, like a black guy. And, he's like, the only reason I brought here is because they said on the YouTube comments, I don't have any black guys. And he'll just be touching them and just rubbing them.
Sounds like a weirdo.
Dude, like, you would definitely be weirded out by him.
Yeah.
So he says he thinks that people under 25 or the millennials think he's a pedophile.
He's just like super friendly. But I mean, the thing that I liked about his movies was that, he comes across as this total weirdo, but he's also like just into people. Like, people are cool in his movies anyways. Mm-hmm. Like, hey buddy, like, chill. Why are you so angry? We can get along. Like, just because I look this way and I talk different doesn't mean that I can't also, like, show up and be legit.
Like in Biodome?
Yeah,
When they fuck up the ecosystem. Have you seen Biodome yet?
No. Well, like in the Army now, where he's like, he tells the first sergeant to shut up. He's like, shut up. He's like, you tell me to shut up one more time, I'll use your spine as a bullwhip. And he's like, shut up, I can't think when you're yelling at me. And he's trying to, you know, like use a, what do you call it, bazooka, because like the terrorists were going to launch chemical weapons into the air, and the airstrike was 2.5 minutes out, and so he's like, he's handling it, you know, buddy. He's being the weasel.
I want to hear him talk.
Yeah.
I'm a stony crusty dude. Did you know that? Yeah, I got a mop on top. Excuse me, can you please move? Me and my friend David are coming through. Don't you know that? Hey, there's Robin. Oh, hey, Robin. Four-wheeled over the ferns. Look, Dave, you're gonna have to just mellow out, bro, on this whole Robin thing. She always shines you. She hadn't hit babehood yet.
Babehood.
Yeah.
Milk does the body.
The best of Pauly Shore's movies?
Dude. And he says that he absolutely like loves acting.
Yeah.
Oh, you a funny boy, huh? Cutie pie, right? Well, I don't know you, but I don't even like you.
Oh, you have a daughter. Is she hot? He said reserves aren't called up unless there's a major conflict. When was the last war, huh? World War II? No. There comes a time in life when we must sacrifice that is most dear to us for the greater good of saving the world, and now is that time.
Is that how you really feel?
Now,
I want to see what you guys are talking about, but I can't find it.
I don't know. So yeah, he just says like, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" And then he'll like kiss your head or lick your face.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about lick his face, but he'll definitely.
I heard Andy Dick licked my improv instructor's face.
I can see that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Andy Dick another time. That guy is.
Yeah.
So Pauly Shore got in a fake fight with somebody at one of his stand-up comedy shows, and it was
He staged it.
he staged it, and I don't know if he thought it would be funny or if it would make him go viral, because he's, you know, his career's
Yeah.
dumping, which, you know, it just sucks because he's a good guy and he's funny.
Right.
But I don't know what he thought was going to come out of it or what happened. So if we can we'll just play the video real quick.
I'm gonna roll the clip.
Roll it.
Stop fucking talking. That's not fucking cool. I'm in the middle of my shit.
Dude, he played finger just like the rest of us.
Well, first of all, shut the fuck up, fucking hoss. What? No, you're not gonna fucking come up here. No, bro. What the fuck? Dude, stop. Stop. I'm sorry, bro.
What's that?
Is there no security?
Well, it's staged. He probably told the security guards not to worry about it.
You know what? That's fucking how it is. Sometimes people gotta shut the fuck up. I'm not saying anything.
Did it look like a fake hit?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it did.
That was
Okay.
worse than any WWE match I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, it was pretty good. It was a pretty good fake hit, but it looked like a fake hit.
You'd
like
have to tell he didn't get hit.
Like it stopped. Like
If
right
he
here.
really wanted it to be funny, he would have got hit.
Yeah. See, I don't know what his end goal was in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if he
He
was
was probably
just trying to make it exciting, like get the energy up in the room, or because that will change the whole fucking energy in a show. Imagine,
Yeah, right. Turns into like a
because you can hear those
barroom
people
brawl.
fucking
Oh yeah, tell him.
hit the weasel.
Right. Yeah, I saw a little snippet of his interview with Joe Rogan, and he was talking about like, yeah, I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know. It's like, but I think it became, and he was talking about in the Army now, like after he did that one, it kind of tanked. Like his career just kind of dropped off. And
They're saying like Encino Man was like gross $50 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I think it was in the Army now.
Mm-hmm.
Less. The next movie, even less. Next movie, even less. You know, and it just went downhill.
Well, I think he's got a shtick as the Weasel.
Yeah.
But that only has so much play in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think as a person, like he's interesting. Like the thing that I found in his films is when he was just legitimate. Like, you know, he had decent chops as an actor. Like his sincerity came through, and that's what I appreciated. But I could also see that he also had some like legitimate like sincerity, and that's what I liked seeing in his films. So he might just need to pivot on like what he's trying to promote.
I'd like to see him in a serious role.
I would too.
Which he's done. I can't remember. It's not Encino Man. I get this Inferno or in. He did a serious role. Like he plays a redneck, which I don't think he should have done because he's got to do like, you know, the yeehaw voice,
right?
You know, and
because I've never seen him in a serious role.
So he
actually has a lot.
He has tons. He has like little clips, and he had a viral video of him making fun of some politician. Mm-hmm. I can't remember the politician. Oh, Wiener. The Wiener guy.
You're right.
The guy that sent dick pics to people.
Dude, he was kid number 3 in Los Angeles. I should have known that.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't.
Kid 3.
You are saying you didn't know him.
The Curse of Inferno. Chuck Belts.
He's in Futurama.
Imagine he does a voice or like
he does himself.
A spot. Yeah. He probably like when they go to the museum or something.
So he does do a lot of things as himself. Hell's Kitchen.
He was in. You ever seen The Wash with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and all them when they do the car wash?
Mm-mm.
He was the man in the trunk.
Yes. Did you just look that up? You just looked that up.
Yeah.
Nice. And The Wash. Oh man.
Oh, I couldn't finish it, but he did a mockumentary about adopting kids.
Oh,
Have you seen that? Adopted?
No.
So I thought it was a movie like about him. Pauly Shore adopts kids. Let's see what can happen, you know. But it was literally like he was all Angelina Jolie can have kids. Why can't I have a couple little kids?
Oh yeah.
You know. And so he tries to adopt kids in L.A. Doesn't work. They say no. So he goes, where does Angelina Jolie get her kids? Goes to Africa. So he goes to this orphanage and he's just like, I just want to test drive them for a while, buddy. You know? So he's got these little kids.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he's got this, I remembered his name. It was fucking so awesome. But he's got this little fat one and he just keeps pinching him and grabbing him and just slapping him. And he was holding him down at one time saying, who's your daddy? And this little kid's all, Pauly! It almost was creepy, kind of.
Yeah, like right?
I mean,
like kind of rapey?
Yes, like the cameras weren't there and he was just all, let me test drive your kids. Yeah. Like, let me take them out for the day. And I imagine they would have been like, nah, we're not doing that.
That ain't cool, bro.
Has he had like a big fallout in his career where like hits news titles?
I don't think so. Yeah, Pauly Shore drives drunk down Sunset. Yeah. No, I don't think so. Nothing I can remember. I don't like. He's done drugs, I imagine, and he partied. Like he just doesn't party anymore. Like he's at that age where he can't do it anymore.
Oh. Or maybe it's lost its luster.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He's just not into it no more. So this is a quick clip from what is it, Tony?
The Curse of the Inferno trailer. It's probably not a good one.
Small town Inferno.
Curse of Inferno hanging over me.
So it looks like it has some funny parts in it, but I think he plays more of a serious role.
$3 million. Or on the local sheriff.
You know, I think you've got a little fever.
I believe I do.
Pauly Shore, Janine Turner. The Curse of Inferno.
I was going to buy that one because it actually looks pretty good.
I think he just didn't get lucky in Hollywood like some people do. Like...
Which I think he just
and
needs
I don't
another
know
chance.
how it works, but like...
He knows everybody.
Yeah.
Especially the comics that come through his, you know, the comedy store. I think he's going to get another big break, and then he'll die.
Probably.
Like, that's what will happen. Like, Pauly Shore, like, everybody, you know, he'll be a fucking household name again, and then dead. Dead. So his dad, Sammy Shore, that we touched on earlier, he opened for, I want to say, Frank Sinatra.
Oh, damn.
I mean, he's 90 years old, right?
Yeah, right.
Does that sound right? Or Elvis? We can look that up.
What was his daddy's name?
Sammy Shore. I think he died at 90, 91. It was this year. So poor Pauly. his mom passed away,
Mm-hmm.
and then his dad passed away, and then like out of nowhere, his sister Sandy Shore, like the beach.
Oh yeah,
Sandy Seashore is her name, I believe.
Sandy Seashore.
Sandy Seashore.
It's cute.
Yeah.
It is.
She
So
sells.
yeah, she passed away. She had a class that I was gonna take.
Oh, did she?
When not remember, but when I was first getting into comedy and I wanted to try it all, she had a comedy class,
Oh, cool.
and I was gonna take it. I talked to like a couple guys, and they said just jump in. It's the best way to do it. Just jump into comedy or stand up.
Right.
I'm trying to find who he opened
Like I
for.
want to do a whole episode on just the Comedy Store. How much history is behind that place?
Yeah.
So I'll take that out.
We gotta do like a field trip for that.
Yeah, we can.
Did opening acts for Tony Orlando, Tony Bennett, Barbara
Tony
Streisand, Sammy Davis Jr., and
Oh wow.
That's
many
He was
others.
part of the Rat Pack. Yeah.
Rat Pack, yeah. So yeah, you could have done Frank Sinatra.
Could have. Yeah. Totally. Wow. I mean, that's legendary.
He had to have opened for Elvis because he like I think he lived in Las Vegas and did a lot of shows in Las Vegas.
Yeah, probably. That makes sense. Because a lot of the actors and comedians and stuff, they'll incorporate their real lives into their films. They'll just bring in little things, and that was one of the things that
he was
Pauly Shore talked about was his family growing up in Vegas or whatever.
Yeah.
Sammy Shore, the man who made Elvis laugh.
Yeah.
So yeah, his podcast that we touched on earlier, Random Rants.
Mm-hmm.
So that one, it was just literally him holding his phone. It was an iPhone with the iPhone microphone on it,
Yeah.
and he would just do it in the back of airplanes, which I enjoyed. And then I don't know, this new one with all these people, I don't feel as connected to it. But it's kind of cool because his whole apartment in Silver Lake, which he calls the Quadplex, and he talks about how he's not rich enough to own his own house, so he rents a place in a quadplex.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So he had
Instead of a
neighbor-
duplex, it's
Yeah.
a quadplex,
So
right?
it's all 4 apartments, dude. Yeah. So he has the quadplex, and he has a guy sitting in his closet running like the computer, like Tony Parrish is here. And then he has mics. I don't know where the microphones are, but because it sounds good. But he has cameras like in his kitchen. He has it like way up high above the stove. And then in his living room, he has them like in 3 different spots in the living room. And then like he goes rant 1, and then he'll just rant to a camera that's just standing up on a tripod, it looks like. And then he'll do rant 2, and he'll get up on a fucking ladder and talk to the camera that's way up high. And then like rant 3, he goes to his kitchen, and like he has like it looks like a pony wall in his kitchen, and he just sits there and he looks out the window while he rants. And then somebody will be standing in front of the stove camera, like somebody because you can only rant so much.
Right.
So he gets these other people in on it, and they're looking up at the stove camera.
Yeah.
So it's just it's hilarious. I mean, it made me laugh.
Yeah.
So
That's funny.
I just don't feel like it's as personal with all the people there.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
You're like, I came here to see Pauly, and who are these other people? Right?
Yeah. I mean, his rants were getting like over and over again. Like, actually, a funny thing was he started it in 2017, right before the elections.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was like 8 episodes in. He's just like, yeah, sorry, Trump lovers, fucking, who is it? Hillary Clinton's gonna win. Like he was 100%, but he's they're all liberals down there.
Yeah, right.
And it's just like I never felt that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'm in the middle of the liberals and Republicans.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I just never felt like Hillary was
Moderate.
gonna win at all. Like I thought she should quit running. And do you get her eyebrows done?
No.
I think we've talked about that before.
It's called tweezers.
Fuck off, dude. I have too
And
much
hygiene.
to work with.
If you get
Do you
those
see
two
this
things-
mustache?
I
Do you
do.
see this
I
mustache?
see that mustache.
Almost
Do you
got
see this
handlebars
mustache?
going on. You look like fucking Paul Tuttle
I cut him
Sr.
up, yeah.
I like the mustache, bro.
I tried growing a mustache, but it was like,
Yeah.
it was still like, I don't know, it was just super light because I'm still a little boy. So like I used Alicia's eyebrows,
Yeah.
eyebrow
Eyeliner?
color, like filler,
Yeah.
and used that on it. And
Or the mascara, like the
it was-
eyelash,
I think it was mascara actually.
because that's got the little brush on it.
Yeah.
For stage, I've used that to darken.
Touch of gray.
What?
Touch of gray.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, gray? This is white. This is
Shit, what
like
else?
cinnamon sugar right here.
What else can we talk about, man? I mean, we kind of hit all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's more to talk about. You can like endless movies that he's done. He's what do they call it? A cult movie classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people have a love for him.
Yeah.
Well, see, I mean, I think maybe that's the thing, because he is like a niche character.
Yeah.
Like maybe he's not gonna have blockbuster appeal, but so what? He can still make a career out of delivering. I thought his films were solid. Like, honestly.
Yes. So
I was like, hey, you know what? This is entertaining. It's, you know, there's a good theme here. Whatever what it was in the army now, it's like, oh, I'm a total loser. Like, we're gonna start our own radio store, buddy.
Yeah.
And they're like, let's get in the army and do the simplest job ever. And then they go to war, and he like saves the day, but he just kind of like fumbles his way through it. I appreciated that too, because I think sometimes stumbling through things was still effective, you know? Like,
Yeah.
he still stopped the terrorists or whatever, the
Yeah.
chemical war attacks.
Yeah, it surprised me that movie didn't gross as much as Encino Man.
In the army, I thought it was really entertaining, honestly.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good story.
And Biodome, I think, made even less.
Yeah.
Biodome's I think is a good fucking movie.
I don't know that I've seen it all the way through, but it was kind of on the tail end of, you know, when was that made? I just didn't see it for whatever reason.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
1996.
I was 6 years old when it came out, but
I was -2.
You were -2. Nice. But yeah, and then today I watched Son-in-Law, right, where he goes and he's like a farmer.
That one's a great one too.
I was like, this one's good.
Yeah.
It was a good story. I was like, oh damn, like, and he like broached the subject of like roofies.
Yeah.
Like, that was intense.
Yeah.
I was like, that's legit. They figured it out and came forward with that, and like the family, like the dad was cool. Like, he was like, okay, tell me the truth, whatever his farmhand was, and he's like, okay, you're fired.
Yeah.
You know, he stuck by his daughter through her phases, and he was like, okay, this guy's weird, and I'm you know, I'm not familiar with his style, but he's a legit stand-up dude, and I'm going to like accept him as, even though he makes me uncomfortable, like he's a legitimate guy.
Yeah, people really enjoy the way Pauly solved the mystery at the end of that movie.
Yeah.
How he was a stall. The seat was moved back pretty far for.
That was the lady, and
her car. Yeah.
It was in her car. She was like, oh, I found these, and my seat was so far back that I couldn't even reach the pedals. I'm like, well, that's cool. I mean, and this is before the whole, you know, #MeToo movement.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, these two dudes were like, oh, we're just joking, and they were totally like fucking up some people's lives.
Oh yeah.
Like, this is shitty.
Yeah.
Like what they're doing, and totally lying to these people and convincing them that they like were, you know, screwing around when they weren't, and you know, totally drugged these two people and set up this prank and thought it was okay, and then at the end of the film, you know, gave the credit to the lady for figuring it out, and I was like, wow, this is some pretty powerful stuff back in the 90s.
Yeah.
I thought maybe people weren't ready for it. I don't know.
But they're saying that they like you know how Pauly was the one that was saying all of it, like, you know, he was doing the breakdown of, oh, why would this be like this and this like this, and you know, the chair.
It's an awful big man.
Yeah.
Like awful big person to be driving that car.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And how you're saying like the dad accepted Pauly into the family or into his life. He starts doing the Paulyisms at the end.
Oh yeah, the dad. How the dad says, "Now let's get down with some grindage."
Yeah, that's what it is, grindage.
Yeah. No, I liked the cast in that.
Which means eating food, Pauly or Tony.
Yeah, cause you grind.
I'll have to take that one for a spin sometime.
Fucking. Oh, I'm on his Instagram right now. I don't know what's up with this this scarf. He always wears scarves around his neck. Like he tucks them into his shirt. Like I don't know if he's hiding something or that's just how he is. He wears big old goofy hats and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Might just be part of his style.
It's him, dude. I mean, he's his own thing.
Yeah.
But
well, and I guess I mean that's another thing that like, all right, he's just doing him. That's cool.
And right now he's on tour. He just started doing tour with Family Feud Live.
Huh.
Yeah. Celebrity edition. I want to see if he'll be around California. Yeah, you guys can look it up. It's on his Instagram. Imagine it's on his website. And his website has. He did some podcasts with people that aren't around anymore. It was like some of their last podcasts, or it was their last podcast. I can't remember the guy's name. I think we mentioned him earlier, but yeah, I heard they're pretty good. I think he got them on there, but I think they're available pretty much anywhere now. Except for Netflix. Yeah, no, it's all the way in New Jersey, Rhode Island, Maryland, New York. It's all the way over there on the other side of the world.
East of the Mississippi.
I used to be the swiftest steel sidearm slinger east of the Mississippi. And then I rounded Cape Horn.
So here's he's doing a dance party on his random ramps. That's his new black guy. He has an old guy too.
That's his black guy?
That's his black guy.
That's a blonde woman.
That black guy?
Oh, there he is.
So this is him.
What's your husband's name? Michael. Michael row your boat ashore.
See how they're like looking up into a camera?
Donald Trump needs a good blowjob, and that's why I have you here on my podcast, Kenny. I was thinking that maybe you could take one for the team. What do you think? Man. Everyone dances here.
I'll go in the restroom with you anytime. We can fuck in the handicap spot.
Really?
Kind of deep voice.
I think.
Yeah.
I mean, just don't take me to Del Taco.
When I'm on stage as a stand-up,
Just don't take me to Del Taco. I think she's just a heavy smoker.
There's the pony wall.
You know that, right, Cassandra?
Yeah.
You've seen it before.
Panties. I've seen a couple pairs of panties.
I have had sex. Really? Yeah. Well, how do we get you to have good sex? Money. Money? You travel with a water soluble.
Oh, he's got a mic on his chest. That's why everything sounds so damn good. I just saw him adjust. That's Pauly Shore, man, in a nutshell. Well, I guess in a nutshell, we could go deeper.
He might like that.
And as we go on, we're just gonna get better at telling stories about these celebrities and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm interested in going to the Comedy Store, which Pauly Shore, I guess, now owns because he has brothers and sisters. I don't think he gets along with his brothers, and I've never heard anything about them running the Comedy Store or doing anything with the Comedy Store. So I think it's his now. His mom's passed away.
Yeah.
And
gone through probate.
Yeah, I don't know.
And they might have willed it to him. Who knows? You can find that out.
That's very true. So we might even do another episode later on about Pauly when we learn more about him.
That'd be cool.
Episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you everybody for joining Edge of Nowhere podcast. I don't know if I want to change it. Edge of Nowhere comedy.
Comedy segment. Edge of Nowhere comedy.
Yeah, because that's what that video that me and you made. It's called Edge of Nowhere comedy. I was like, I should just call my YouTube channel Edge of Nowhere comedy. So Edge of Nowhere comedy.
Do you have to assign that last word with it? Like, can it just be Edge of Nowhere?
So just thank you for joining us on the Edge of Nowhere, or just call it Edge of Nowhere. We can do that. So yeah, thanks everybody joining us on Edge of Nowhere.
Thanks, buddy.